Hello and welcome to this introduction of my new book, After the Storm, A Woman's Compassionate Guide to Healing, Confidence and Joy After Divorce or Heartbreak, by me, Dr. Grace Anderson. So let's get to it. After a breakup or divorce, it is natural to feel lost. Somehow, all your dreams of having a partner in your life with whom you can plan and execute great things in your life seem to have evaporated all of a sudden. The usual question people keep asking is, how did we come to this? If it helps, just know that you're not alone in this desolate situation. I was there once. When I had my divorce, I thought I'll never get over it. Because after about 30 years together with my ex, making any decision was difficult on my own. And thinking of what to do in the future without him was quite a problem for me. But I got over it. And that is why I'm able to write a book on this issue that is quite important to most people who have had a breakup or divorce. My book, After the Storm, as you can see here, is a woman's compassionate guide to healing, confidence, and joy after divorce or breakup. It is designed to help you make sense of your current situation and become a master of your own emotions. That is often really hard to do, becoming a master of your own emotions. It is customary to cry over your loss, but a time will come when crying will no longer be useful to you. But it takes time to get there. But you know that life has to carry on. You can't keep weeping over your ex. This book covers many topics that are designed to help you recover fully and fast from your pain of the breakup or divorce. Here are some of them. The storm you didn't ask for, permission to grieve, the usefulness of mindfulness and meditation at this time, cutting ties, keeping the peace, rebuilding self-worth from the rubble. That particular one, rebuilding self-help from the rubble, is very hard to do, but my book has strategies for you to help you remember who you used to be before you married this guy and how to now get back to your real self so you can start again and be who you really are. It is difficult to do because you've been dependent on your partner, and now you're having to make all the decisions yourself, even project yourself to the world without your partner beside you. So this book will show you a lot of ways to regain your self-confidence and rebuild your self-worth. Here are some more topics that are covered in this book. The sacred art of self-care, who you were and who you are becoming, healing in the community, the role of forgiveness in healing emotional trauma, practicing gratitude and sadness opens the heart to healing and renewal, and so many more. Healing in the community is important. What the book will show you is how to find various groups that you can join to enable you to rebuild your self-confidence, because when you are with this group, you will show yourself as you are, not as your ex wanted you to be or always wants you to be. In this book, I also cover how to overcome your limiting beliefs, which may be stopping you from moving on with your life. If you have been dependent on your ex for a lot of things, it is natural to feel totally incapable of moving on with your life without him. But there are some steps and some small steps that you can take to start rebuilding your self-confidence and your self-esteem, as well as your finances, and what you can do to either get a job or stay in the job you are in without doing something that will get them to sack you. It is often difficult after a breakup or you've had a divorce to even keep your job. Someone like me, I used to break down in the classroom where I was teaching in London, crying, either because I received a nasty letter from my ex or because he was threatening one thing or other. And I just couldn't keep my tears within me. I kept crying until the head teacher noticed and sent me away for a week to try and recover myself and come back to teaching. So I do know how it feels, and it breaks down your belief in yourself. You feel as if you're just some person floating with no footing on the ground and no firm footing on the ground, and things are really hard for you. But when you buy this book and read it and practice everything I show you in the strategies that I share, I'm sure you'll get so much better. There are some other topics that are covered here in the book. The role of forgiveness in healing emotional trauma. Practicing gratitude in sadness opens the heart to healing and renewal. Co-parenting after divorce. Prioritizing your children's well-being. 7 famous women who overcame their adversities. I also cover your future rewritten, the empowered woman you are, love after loss, opening the heart again. There are so many more topics that are covered in this book. Your future rewritten may sound a bit odd to you. The whole point of this topic and that chapter is to enable you to begin to think about your future. What do you want to be, or who do you want to be in the near future? You can't depend on the past because the past is gone, even though it's still painful to think of it. But it is now time for you to make plans for yourself for a future that you will love, not the one that has pain and hardship in it. Also, the empowered woman that you are is just to remind you that you do have all the strategies in you now and all the power and the will to do something good with your life without your partner. And it is important to remind yourself that you're very strong and you've always been very strong, although someone may have been telling you otherwise. So this chapter is so important because it shows you how to be who you really are, and therefore how to plan your life accordingly so that you will have a wonderfully beautiful future. So, how about love after loss? I know some of you will say to me, oh no, Grace, I'm never going to find love again, nor will I even look for love. Well, it's okay to be single for a while after you've had a breakup. That is important because you need that time to know who you really are so you can plan your life accordingly. Instead of your husband's, your ex-husband's or partner's voice in your head which tells you you are rubbish at everything. You're not good at this, you're not good at that. Oh, all is not good with you. I was told that before, but I learned to put that beside me and really shine and be who I am, because I know that when God created me, He gave me all the abilities and all the powers I needed to be myself. And that is what I share with you in this book. How to reclaim who you really are and stop hearing the negative voices of your ex. So love after loss is possible because I went ahead and looked for love after I had stopped grieving and found someone with whom I now have a partnership for life, because we got married and we are very happy. Now you may think it will never happen to you. Yes, it can, but you have to be the one who will plan it yourself. So I give you a chapter on how to date again after your loss in this book, After the Storm. I invite you now to pick up your own copy of this useful book. And I've shown you the book before, but I show it to you again. Here you see, you can see it now. And it's on Amazon on these two links. If you just write the title, After the Storm, A Woman's Compassionate Guide to Healing, Confidence and Joy After Divorce or Heartbreak by Dr. Grace Anderson on Amazon.com or Amazon.co.uk, it will show up for you. And so please do buy a copy for yourself. Or if it's not for yourself and you know a friend who has had a breakup or divorce and are still suffering from the pain, just direct them to this book. It will be really helpful and useful to them. And thank you in advance for that. This is just to share a few of my books with you, because I have been published a few times. The first book here, DGA&x, is a novel. It's an award-winning novel which was published in 1985, a while ago now, and it sold millions because of the topic. DGA&x is about a child who comes and goes, if you like, an abiku or an ogbanje in Nigerian terms. That is some child who comes and goes. The child gets born, stays till about 10 years old or even less, and then dies. And then the mom gets pregnant again, and the same soul comes back as another child. And this keeps happening until they're able to break that cycle. Well, it is a really interesting book. So it's an award-winning novel. The Broken Bond is my own way of crying over the corruption that I saw in my own country, Nigeria, when I was, well, if you like, growing up and being a school head and all that, where children, especially girls, were being used by men as, if you like, gifts from God, something they will use for their own benefit, and the girls themselves will suffer. In the book, Belinda wanted a job, but everywhere she went, the bosses who would give those jobs told her they would sleep with her first, otherwise she wouldn't get the job. And she just told them off. But then she had to suffer. So read this book and see what I'm talking about. I'm sure you'll agree with me. A Day in London is my own memoir. It's about how I survived my divorce in a strange land in London. And I had 6 young children to look after. It is a book that will make you cry because of the incidents in it, but you will enjoy it thoroughly. How to find and sustain a great relationship is simply what it says. It shows you ways to do some dating online and be careful of scammers and so on, and how to find love. First, how to make yourself lovable before you put yourself online looking for love. Now, I found my husband online, so you too can if that's what you're looking for. The Relationship Blueprint is a great book for anyone who wants to understand how relationships work. This is a fairly new book. I wrote it this year, and it gives you a lot of strategies on how to find the right guy for you and how to stick in that relationship. It's one thing to find someone, it's another to keep that person. So this book will show you everything you need to know about how to be a good partner to your new person. So get a copy if you can. It's also on Amazon. All these 4 books are on Amazon.com and Amazon.co.uk, whereas these other 2 you can find on my website, graceandersonsbooksandjournals.com. My latest book is The Empowered Woman's Path. You may have heard me say that I was a head teacher, an outstanding head teacher in a motor college, a girls' secondary school in Benin City in Nigeria. I was one of the founding school heads of that school, and I took over when the school was just 1 year old, and I did quite a lot to bring that school to its status that is now known all over Nigeria. And I was given a commendation by the government at the time, and they called me an outstanding head teacher because of all I did to either grow the school itself or help the children and the teachers achieve great things. So I'm very proud of that. And in the book, The Empowered Woman's Path, I show you many strategies that will help you to become a good leader, and a leader who is also a good wife and an excellent mother. It takes a lot of your skills put together to achieve this. So I'm not saying it's easy, I'm saying it is possible. So you need to know what you really want to do. If you are starting out as a leader, you need this book, The Empowered Woman's Path. Or if you're already a leader yourself, you need to get this book because it shows you how to look after yourself while you're leading others. It is no good for you to burn out because you haven't managed to fix a balance between your work and your family life. So the work-life balance is discussed in this book as well, and I give you strategies on how to do that perfectly. My aim is to make sure that you are happy, healthy, and loving, so that you too can be loved by your partner and your children if you have any. That is the purpose of the Empowered Woman's Path. So now that you've heard about my books and this latest book that I've written, After the Storm, A Woman's Compassionate Guide to Healing, Confidence and Joy After Divorce or Heartbreak, I invite you to take up a coaching offer with me. Because if you need extra help getting over your pain of a breakup or divorce, you need me. Because I will help you get over this pain very fast. Before you know what's going on, you have become who you really are and who you want to be. So contact me by booking a free discovery call with me on these links, which you can find on my website, www.drgraceanderson.com. If you prefer to email me first, please do so, and use this email address, grace@drgraceanderson.com. I hope to connect with you soon, and I wish you all the best. Thank you for listening. Bye for now.